Please stand for the pledges. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. And now for a moment of silence.
Cancer touches everyone's life in some way, whether it's a family member, friend, or someone else. For Carrie Roan, it was her husband.
Brings awareness to something we'd probably like to forget exists.
We take a look into last weekend's big wins by not only our football team, but volleyball as well. Stuco Representative Lauren Burchfield joins us in the studio to discuss Cash for Cancer and how you can get involved. And finally, Mr. Wright gives us a few important announcements live from his office. On today, Monday, September 28th, 2015.
From Prosper High School, this is Eagle Nation News with Austin Garcia, Ben Fein, and Mackenzie Hamilton.
Good morning, Eagle Nation. Welcome back. Hope you guys had a great weekend. But yes, today is Monday. It's okay though, because we're halfway through. You guys can make it, I swear. This Monday marks the official start of Cash for Cancer. Last year was a close battle. Seniors eventually took it home though, and we raised over $12,000.
That's really impressive.
I know this year's goal got bumped up to $15,000 though, so I think we can do it.
Yeah, I think we can step it up. And the whole competition aspect of it is really cool, and I really enjoy it. And Mr. Wright does something that's really cool. He takes everybody out to go see the Hunger Games, whoever wins. But at the end of the day, we really have to remember what it's for, and that's for all the cancer victims out there who we're donating our money for.
Exactly, and even the people who are still fighting cancer for medical research and all that, because so many people are affected by this disease.
Yeah, and that's the truth. I mean, you said if you're not affected directly by cancer, you know someone, whether it be a friend or a family member or something, and that's the harsh reality, and that's why this fundraiser is so important. And even though Prosper High is just a tiny little school, we are leaving our mark on the national battle for cancer.
CANCER. A simple 6-letter word that directly affects approximately 40% of America. This dreadful disease constantly surrounds us, drastically affecting our family, friends, and loved ones. Carrie Roan, Prosper High School's Dean of Instruction, can attest to the tragedies that this disease brings upon families.
He was admitted to the hospital July 27th last year, and they officially diagnosed it about 4 days later as stage 4 cancer.
Treatment for Miss Roan's husband, Quincy, shortly followed the diagnosis.
He had surgery August 10th. That's when the doctor said, I still remember his face. He couldn't really look at me in the eye because I'm sorry, he didn't, still hard to talk about. He didn't think it was going to be as bad as it was. And when he opened him up, it was everywhere. He said the cancer was so much worse. He thought that he was going to be able to go in and just cut it out and he would be fine. And I remember when he talked to me, he couldn't look at me and he still had a little bit of blood on his scrubs. And I thought, oh my goodness, that's my husband's blood. And it's not like in the movies where they say, oh, you've got 6 months or 2 months or whatever. It's not like that. The good doctors, at least, they don't do that. They realize that they're not in control of that, and they tell you it's bad or it's hopeless or whatever. And our doctors just said that it was really bad and that their goal was to prolong life so that he could spend more time with his family.
Miss Roan would be beside her husband every step of the way.
I pretty much lived at the hospital, so I would pack a bag of work clothes and clothes for dance, for talent, and then I would sleep at the hospital and tend to him, check on him, make sure he was okay, and then I would shower at the hospital, leave from the hospital, go to work, go back to the hospital after work, go home for a minute, make sure my kids were okay, just try and make a meaningful connection with them because I knew that things were really difficult for them.
Sadly, his fight against cancer would not be enough to overtake it.
Never would have thought someone who was 37 would get diagnosed and then be gone 6 months later.
This year, Prosper High School will be standing up against cancer.
Cash for Cancer starts today. It will end on October 23rd for the breast cancer pep rally.
The funds raised for Cash for Cancer will be in conjunction with Relay for Life.
The money that we raise and donate to Relay for Life will help benefit the people that have cancer, who have even survived cancer, like pay bills. They'll help find research and help find a cure, hopefully.
The research for cancer wouldn't be anywhere near it is today if it wasn't for the funds that are donated by the people.
It's important to donate to those kinds of things because it brings awareness to something we'd probably like to forget exists. And even if we never find a cure, which let's hope that we do, but even if we never find a cure, just because it helps connect us with other people and their loss.
Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Mackenzie Hamilton.
Here in studio to talk about this year's Cash for Cancer battle is Lauren Burchfield. Lauren, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Now, first off, when does the fundraiser start and when does it end?
It starts today and it ends October 23rd at the breast cancer pep rally.
And so the winners will be announced at the breast cancer pep rally?
Yes.
Okay, and then so for those winners, when do they go on and get the prize, go watch the movie?
November 20th.
Okay.
Okay, and to get more into the donation side of it, where is all this money going to? Is it going to the kids, help with them, or is it going to the scientists to help with the research? Where are we putting our money?
Well, all the money goes towards Relay for Life, and I know 73 cents out of every dollar goes towards research.
And is that just for breast cancer or is it for all types of cancer?
All types of cancer.
And so, like you said, the American Cancer Society really donates all of the proceeds to the actual cancer. And what is the overall goal for Relay for Life this year for us to raise?
Probably about 30,000.
And how much did we raise last year?
A little over 28,000.
So 30,000 is a very reachable goal.
Yes.
And people looking to donate, where can they go?
They can go to all the lunches every day for the whole month, and then you can even drop them off at Miss Brown's classroom or just give them to me.
And do you guys take cash, checks, credit cards, or what? What do you guys take?
We take cash and checks.
Okay, perfect. Well, this is a very important fundraiser, and thank you for talking about it today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now let's kick it over to Truett with sports.
This past Friday night, the Eagles football team took on Sherman. The Eagles struck first with a long run to the Sherman 1-yard line from Ryan Davis, which led to the first score of the game. Davis finished the game with 65 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. Davis also excelled in the passing game, throwing for 170 yards, which is 1 incompletion. Cedric Haskins finished the game with 2 receiving touchdowns and 63 yards in total. The Eagles defense held Sherman to just 157 yards of total offense, while allowing less than 2 yards per carry on the ground. The final score of the game was 47-15, Eagles win. Next Thursday, the Eagles take on McKinney North at Ron Poe Stadium. The Lady Eagles volleyball team also faced off against Sherman, and the result was much of the same. Prosper swept Sherman by the scores of 25-11, 25-7, and 25-12. The game featured 12 kills from Haley Killinger, 4 aces from Addie Miller, and 29 assists from Abby Gargas. The Lady Eagles take on the Lovejoy Leopards in the Eagles Nest at 6:30 tomorrow night. Expect a close game with a lot of action throughout. Come out and show your support. For Eagle Nation Sports, I'm Truett Williams.
Fashion Club will have their first meeting of the year in Miss Cawthon's room 2040 after school on Wednesday, September 30th. Anyone is welcome to attend. Elections for the following positions will be voted on during this meeting: President, Vice President of Social Events, Vice President of Community Involvement, and Public Relations Chair and Fashion Show Chair. Food and drinks will be provided.
3 new t-shirts and a sweatshirt design are available to pre-order at the Eagle Shack this week. The t-shirts are comfort colors and cost $15, while the sweatshirts are $20. The Eagle Shack will have the order forms and accept credit cards, cash, and checks. Also, it will be open during open house Monday evening from 6 to 7:30 for parents to order apparel as well.
The Prosper ISD Police Department and PHS Administration want to remind you and all student drivers to be sure to park in the proper parking lots and to be sure not to park in teacher parking, especially near the multi-purpose facility. Vehicles illegally parked will be ticketed and fines listed in the student handbook will be assessed for these violations.
The homecoming dance will be on Saturday, October 17th. It will last from 8 to 11. The cost is $15 at the door. Once you enter the dance, you cannot leave and come back. The theme this year is black and white formal. Concessions will be served. If a student who wants to DJ for the last hour of the dance, contact Mr. Stevens.
The tennis team is now selling homecoming mumps. Order anytime online at themumshop.com or in the high school cafeteria on October 2nd, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Orders must be in by October 9th for delivery on October 13th at the high school. Well, Eagle Nation, that's the end of the show, but stay tuned for some more announcements from Mr. Wright live from his office. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Austin Garcia.
I'm Ben Fein.
And I'm Mackenzie Hamilton.
Live long and prosper.